I grew up a wrestling fan, and still, till this day, I love wrestling. With AEW's marquee event, All Out, this Saturday, I wanted to do something special. Hello everyone, and welcome to my secret base. My name is Eddie, and today, with the help of Isaac from Man Mustard Gaming...
Hey guys, it's me, Isaac, from Man Mustard Gaming.
And Troy from the Council of Commentary.
Hi there, my name's Troy, better known as Striker Dragoon. I run the Council of Commentary.
We take a look at the AEW All Out card and find out everyone's fictional counterpart. Before we begin, just take a few seconds to like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. Alright, let's get started. Alright, let's begin with the Casino Battle Royale for a shot at the AEW World title. Since this one involves a lot of participants, I will only be doing the counterparts for the most notable wrestlers. And I'll also be skipping over the explanations over the choice with just a minor quip here and there. Let's begin with Brian Cage, who is the Juggernaut, followed by Lance Archer as Goro from Mortal Kombat. Darby Allin, let's be honest, he is Casey Jones. Pentagon Jr., no one else I could find but Bane. Rey Fenix, it's honestly Diablo from the Suicide Squad for those of you that are not familiar with comic books. Eddie Kingston is Rambo. Not as muscular, but just as dangerous and as destructive. The best friends are honestly Bill and Ted. I've seen the commercials for the movie and I'm like, wow, that's best friends. Santana is Vaz from Far Cry 3, and actually he kind of also looks like Vaz a little bit. Ortiz is the Tasmanian Devil. Suck it, Taz. Jake Hager is a US agent, kind of like a lesser Captain America. Butcher and the Blade are Professor Pig and Victor Zsasz. And lastly, Sean Spears is President Scroob from Spaceballs. All these characters will clash for a chance at the title. Who will win? Let me know in the comments below. Next, it's Big Swole versus Britt Baker, and I will hand this over to Troy.
I thought of a very interesting pick. Big Swole I compared to Rogue from X-Men fame. Swole and Rogue both have a dangerous touch. Whether having a show of talent on the mic, in the ring, or battle, or just as a regular human being, you definitely feel these women's presence and strength when they're around. As for Britt Baker, I chose Batgirl. Yes, I know Britt Baker's a heel and Batgirl has always been a good person or a good woman character and has never done anything bad in the eyes of, the readers, but Britt has a methodical way of thinking and executing her moves and her plans. Even though Britt is considered the heel, she moves with grace and has a cocky persona and has many tricks in her bag.
And there you have it, it's Rogue versus Batgirl. Who will come out on top? We'll have to wait until All Out to find out. Alright, now it's a Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks. This is actually going to be an exhibition match, but it doesn't mean that the competitors aren't going to hold back. On contraire, they will probably give it their all. And now, let's take a look at the competitors. The Bucks are inseparable. They are actual brothers, and they are Mario and Luigi. And just like Mario and Luigi, they work together to achieve their goals. It doesn't matter how big, how strong, and how impossible the challenge is. They will do everything possible to achieve it. On the other side, we have Luchasaurus, who is very much the Lizard from Spider-Man. He is cold-blooded when need be, but still human enough to understand every situation, which is quite a dangerous mix. Now we have Jungle Boy, his tag team partner, who is honestly Tarzan. Let's be honest, his character is probably inspired by Tarzan as well. He is extremely athletic and uses his agility to take down anyone who stands in his way. Lastly, we have their third partner, Marco Stunt. He is Kenny from South Park. He is there to take hits, and no matter how often he is absolutely destroyed, somehow he comes back. Who will come out on top? Would it be Mario and Luigi, or would it be the team of Tarzan and the Lizard accompanied by Kenny from South Park? Now, we've come to Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. If Hardy loses this broken rules match, he must leave AEW. This has been an interesting rivalry, and it looks like Saturday will see its climax. Let's take a deep dive into the competitors. Sammy Guevara is a Spanish god, young, brash, and cocky, which is why he is Rico Suave, because he absolutely personifies the Rico Suave attitude. He's not afraid to take a chance because he never doubts himself no matter the odds, which is a trait that makes a bad guy very dangerous. Matt Hardy, on the other hand, is Kevin Crumb from Split. Like Kevin, Matt switches between each personality, with each one being quite unique, but also each one is dangerous in their own unique way. Do not turn your back on him because you never know who is actually lurking behind you. Is it Matt or is it Broken Matt? Will this be the last we see of Hardy, or will he prevail against the Spanish god? The Dark Order will be taking on Matt Cardona, Scorpio Sky, and the Natural Nightmares. Once again, here's Troy for the fictional counterparts.
I've matched the Dark Order with the Court of Owls. The Dark Order may not always get the win, but that doesn't matter because there are masterminds behind it all and their greater plan for domination. Very similar to the Court of Owls, who rule from the shadows. It doesn't matter if they win every battle because in the end, their plan to win the war was already won long ago. As for their opponents, we have Matt Cardona as Booster Gold. In the beginning, Matt Cardona was basically only seeking glory and fame. Ended up getting, very big following on YouTube. The same as Booster Gold in a sense that all he wanted to do was just, gain money and fame from being a superhero. And then eventually he learned that his abilities and his experiences were all for a bigger cause and a better purpose. So they both have a similarity in terms of how they grew and what they're using their experiences for. For Scorpio Sky, I originally had wanted to pick the Falcon, but I think he's better off paired to Spider-Man. I think, you can go with Peter Parker's wittiness, his intelligence, his technical experiences and technical marvel. Scorpio Sky is exciting to watch in the ring, and he's also very great on the mic. You want to hear him talk. He has a presence to him because at the slightest moment, he can turn a match upside down. As for the Natural Nightmares, Dustin Rhodes would be considered Batman. He's been in the business for very long. He has the experiences, and he is taking people under his wing in ring with his tag partner QT Marshall, which I would call Robin. Dustin is taking him under his wing. QT Marshall's getting better in the ring. He's moving way faster. He's moving more technically sound. And I can easily attribute Natural Nightmares to Batman and Robin.
Who do you think will prevail this Saturday? The Court of Owls or the team of Booster Gold, Falcon, and the dynamic duo? Let me know in those comments below. Now it's time for the Women's Championship match between Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa. Here to present the fictional counterparts is Isaac from Man Mustard Gaming.
And to start off, we have Hikaru Shida as Shinobu Kocho. Hikaru Shida can be quite laid back regardless of the situation or circumstance. But don't let that fool you. There's a sadistic side to her which enjoys punishing her opponents with that trusty kendo stick. Similarly, Shinobu is quite laid back as well, but once the battle begins, she will not hold back until her enemies are all but gone. And her opponent, Thunder Rosa as White Tiger. Thunder Rosa is agile and fearless. Take your eyes off of her for 1 second and you will live to regret it. Similarly, White Tiger isn't a hero to mess with. While she may not be known to the public as much, make no mistake, she's as fearsome as they come.
Shinobu Kocho versus White Tiger for the World Women's title in a battle for the ages. Who will prevail? Once again, you'll find out this Saturday. Next up is Kenny Omega and Adam Page versus FTR for the World Tag Team titles. Omega and Page seem to be at odds with each other this Saturday. Will they keep the titles, or will we witness the rise of the era of FTR? Once again, here's Isaac.
And to start off, we have Kenny Omega as Dante from Devil May Cry 3. Kenny Omega is a sleeping giant. His calm, cool demeanor makes people doubt his abilities when all he wants to do is just enjoy things in his own way. However, much like Dante, once he gets going, there is no stopping him. He will go 0 to 60 on the drop of a dime, and he will not stop until he beats you or you do everything in your power to stop him. Omega is a charismatic individual who has shown his talents time and time again, but he has shades of gray just like Dante. He will occasionally do what he needs to in order to get a victory, and some may not see it the way he does, but he will continue to follow the beat of his very own drum. Next up, we have Adam Hangman Page as Jonah Hex. Because you see, Adam Page is a no-nonsense cowboy who likes to spend his time at the bar waiting for his next challenge and is oftentimes not very trusting of his own allies, which leads him into going to business by himself, similarly to Jonah Hex, who exemplifies those characteristics. Though Page does drink a bit more, it couldn't have been a better match. And their opponents? FTR as the Rogues. You see, FTR is a team that was made in heaven, never leaving each other's side and protecting each other, more than brothers. They go into every battle ready to give it their all and to take down anyone who gets in their way. They often celebrate by drinking beers and whiskey, Captain Cold and Heatwave, specifically their Arrowverse counterparts, perfectly fit this mold. They do what they want, they take whatever they want, only way to have a chance is to play by their own rules.
Will Dante and Jonah Hex be able to work things out and defend their crown, or will the Rogues' unity and tactics lead them to the goal that they so much desire? We'll find out on Saturday. And now we have Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy. Regardless of how you feel about this match, this is the one that everyone is talking about due to the fact that Orange has become one of wrestling's most notorious personalities. With that said, let's look at what we have here. Jericho right now could be called Mr. Sinister. Jericho is an ever-evolving character, and it feels like every few years he's someone new. One thing that never changes though is his quick wits, his larger-than-life personality, and his ability to keep us hooked. Jericho has never let anything stand in his way, which has been one of the most notorious consistencies, and while he doesn't operate from the shadows at the moment, Jericho also lets his lackeys do the dirty work for him, similar to that of Mr. Sinister. But don't be fooled, because both of them are not easy to take down, and one small mistake could lead to their victory at any given moment. Now, Orange Cassidy, he's more like Sakata Gintoki from Gintama. Orange Cassidy walks at his own pace and doesn't use his full potential until the fight gets serious. And when he does, all hell breaks loose. Gintoki is just like that, preferring to sit down and watch the day go by, until a situation calls for him to get serious. And though Gintoki is goofier, they both share too much in common to ignore. I'm very much looking forward to watch Mr. Sinister and Gintoki to go on one-on-one in that mimosa match to see who will get dumped in a tank full of mimosa. Would it be Mr. Sinister or would it be our lazy warrior Sakata Gintoki? Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the main event. In one corner we have the Salt of the Earth, MJF, and in the other corner we have the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. Who will come out on top in this clash of styles? To begin with, Jon Moxley is the Punisher. From the School of Hard Knocks comes Moxley, who shows no mercy upon his enemies, often showing them his full wrath so that they know they messed with the wrong guy, and to make sure that they forever remember if they make it out alive. Similar to the Punisher, who holds nothing back when punishing, often going so far that even other heroes don't feel comfortable teaming up with him. On the other hand, MJF is very similar to another Marvel character, Norman Osborn. MJF is as evil as they come and will do everything possible to get what he wants. He's cunning and calculated with everything he does, often getting the public on his side in order to make even the greatest heroes look like villains in the process. Nothing beyond his scopes when it comes to getting what he wants. Norman Osborn is probably MJF's inspiration, as Norman is as ruthless as they come, and it doesn't matter who stands in his way. They will all fall down and bow down. So who would it be this Saturday? Will it be the Punisher or will it be Norman Osborn? Well, that is all for this week. Let us know what your predictions are for All Out. And if you're watching this after the event, let us know what you thought of the event in the comments below. Please remember to check out some of my additional comments on the screen right now, and also have put links to the channels of Men Muster Gaming and the Council of Commentary in the description below, so give them a check as well. And don't forget to like me on Facebook. Well, see ya!